Oh, the wrong thing was still muted. Alright.
Fuck. We're
Guten Abend,
fucked.
meine lieben Damen und Herren. Good evening, ladies and
What the
gentlemen.
fuck? I think,
What's going on?
what's going on?
I'm trying to do an intro here. Oh wait, hold on. Give me a second. I just noticed the volume seems very loud.
Am I on? I think I was on the wrong stream. I was on the wrong stream, bro.
What's going on? What do you mean you were on the wrong stream?
I was on your stream.
Oh, okay.
Or no, I wasn't on the. I wasn't.
Let me see. So you're supposed to be live right now, right?
No, I'm not live because I was kind of. Well, that was weird. Did you use my stream? Or
I'm not sure.
did you? Because my stream won't start at the moment. Okay, plan for Sunday. So, okay. There is still a problem on the German stream at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not streaming.
Let me just check then. Okay, my stream is currently working.
Yeah. That's also what I can see, but on my stream I'm currently not seeing anything instead of upcoming.
Nah, German streaming it just says come in like 10 minutes it says.
Oh, could that be the problem?
No, it doesn't limit you from starting earlier.
I guess, yes, of course it does. I will set it down to 1645.
Well, then make it 16:55 because that 45's already been.
Yeah, but then I will be going live on stream. So when that works
there
now.
we go. Yeah, now it says waiting.
Waiting for AZcom live. So you will not be longer live. So that's what I want. I want to go live. RN. So. Oh.
Yeah.
Now it seems to work.
I have an important question. How the fuck do I? Is there like a freaking studio mode?
Yeah, but.
OBS? How?
Where?
Where do I get it?
Yeah. So technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen.
I just want to know how the hell I enable.
Because at the moment there seems to be a technical problem.
Daniel,
which is
how do I enter studio? Okay, no, I'm gonna Google it then.
I am in studio mode. I think in
Yeah, but I'm not, and I
have,
want to know how.
you have the button in OBS Studio called Studio Mode.
Where is that? Because I definitely don't see it.
It's under your virtual cam.
Right. Yeah, I found it. That was a lot.
So that seems to be
okay, nice.
a problem.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, set the transition to AZcom.
Certainly. I will restart OBS Studio. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you see this, we're very sorry for that little problem. I don't know why, but my OBS Studio.
We have time to fix this problem because obviously your stream wasn't really meant to start until we split and the race started.
Yeah, obviously. But how going, Sander? Last week your stream was cancelled.
No, that wasn't last week. It was the week before that, if I'm correct. Yeah, Japan last
Oh.
week was Abu Dhabi. I was there. But yeah, last week obviously you weren't there because of the headphone problem, and
Yeah,
the week
literally my
before that
headphone.
the week before that I wasn't there,
Because of that, yeah.
and I'm trying to remember why.
Because of your Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, the whole router broke. Yeah. So
Ah,
yeah, well at least we had one of the two streams going both of those weekends, so we have footage of everything still, so it's not that bad.
we have still footage and maybe the German stream working proper when I use just for emergency I will so emergency plans, that's how you fix a line live on stream. We're terribly sorry, ladies and gentlemen. So the line still broken? Are you there?
Yeah. Don't worry about me. I'm just
Okay.
sitting here. We're just
So
a moment. I'm gonna start up F122 now, and
that means I'll have to switch to the live stream studio. Because, yeah, ladies and gents, we're very
no,
sorry.
don't
We're
join.
talking very
Please.
soon about what's happening in this today race.
Uh-oh.
So, what? What?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah. It's
Oh.
FX only time today, but unless Nino forgets to wake up again, people are spamming Nino to wake up.
I hope it works proper because I guess there will be a problem with duplicate stream key. Select a new key below to go live or switch to blah. Shite. Either your stream will be corrupted or
Daniel, all you have to do is log in on
we
the
will find
AZcom.
out.
All you have to do is log in on the AZcom YouTube channel on OBS, then click the manage
That's
thingy.
not working proper. That's the problem. If that would work, I'll try again. But I don't hope it works proper. I will write in to this. And yeah, it's not working proper. Maybe. I don't know. So, fingers crossed. It seems not to work, but or I can regenerate. Maybe. You use the stream key, right?
No, only for the other one. I didn't actually. I just went on OBS and then logged in to the AZcom YouTube channel. That works way better as well, by the way, because it automatically gets the stream key.
Yeah, but just for emergency. So, ladies and gents, the pre-race talk is literally bug fixing of YouTube.
Troubleshooting,
So.
let's go.
So but we can talk about something about what's going on at the moment. So, because there is literally something we can talk about, and that's obviously Lucas Dirksen, the man who retired, being back. Okay.
Yeah.
Now both streams are offline.
Both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably we
Daniel, what did you
he
do?
would love to go live or
Okay.
which to
I don't know.
Shite.
Bill.
I will try to get on German
That's
stream,
what you
so try to get live again
Yeah.
because it should be possible to get live with 2 streams at a time.
Oh god, I need to reset up the whole broadcast. Give me a second.
You have to reset
I
up.
have to reset. I have to set it up again. Oh, it says yours is now live.
What? And now yours can't go live? Oh wow.
Wait. I'm still setting up. Don't worry, I'm checking in a moment.
Okay. Well. But other channels also managed to go live on 2 separate streams.
Luckily, I can literally just one-on-one copy-paste these settings.
Okay, I will go to the intro.
English, select broadcast. Start streaming. Alright, testing 1, 2. Both streams are running at the same time. Nice. Just waiting for my stream to actually have something to look at.
Oh, and welcome. Hello and welcome to today's live stream. We're in the pre-race talk, and we should be in the joint pre-race talk at the minute, but
I'm going to start up
for not known reasons, we
For
are
some unknown reason,
we have
something about the
back
broadcast is going wrong.
the line on the English commentary. Am I right? I guess.
Checking.
But I will go
It should
into
be running now.
Yeah. We're Dan Atomic and Sander Jirjak being for you there. And I will look if the stream is already on the air. Because
Sports. It's in the game.
obviously we run separate streams today.
Interestingly, my thumbnail has completely overrun the Lom Cup thumbnail for an AZcom stream. So it uses my thumbnail now instead of what Teague has made.
Lol.
Okay, everything works. Nice. Or at least
Now
for me.
it works.
I see. I see German stream online.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was quite challenging.
That was a bit of a challenging troubleshooting moment, but it all worked out in the end. I'm just
Could be possible that I crashed the stream. Could be possible. When that is the case and I crashed the stream, then I will shot into my brain. No joke. Joke. Could it be because you are using other settings than me? Or do you use your...
Because I use different settings than Teague is, and yet both streams are still going okay there, right?
Yeah. I mean that my stream is going off. Then I will shut into my...
Yeah, okay. I tested on the Lom channel, it's also working.
So, should I put the live stream offline? The other live stream?
No.
I guess yes.
Keep everything up. It's okay now, don't do anything.
Okay. So, we're running now on a joint pre-show to give you a short time plan. And then going into separate commentaries, being back with a joint after show.
Yes.
So that's the plan for today.
That's what we'll be doing. And
yeah.
Well, for now, we split ways, and then we'll meet each other again at the end.
Yeah. For the okay. And I just noticed that I forgot putting in something I'll have to put in. And that's the lower third we're using over on AZcom. Okay, then. We're sorry, but what we can do is literally talk about what's happening. Obviously. Because, yeah, we will literally have the race today, which is...
Alright, it's time. Here we go.
Oh, is the race starting?
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy. Both go off on the middle of the Camel Straight.
What an epic battle here! Wheel to wheel with the Haas and the LP!
This is great racing.
So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to Season 2 of EBN Sports Bahrain event, or as I like to call it, race of Bahrain here in Sakir, Bahrain. 15 corners, a lot of interesting ones on this circuit specifically. We've got 3 DRS zones, so there are also overtaking possibilities. A bit of elevation going from one side to the other. There we go. Now, somehow we've already missed 40 seconds of quality. I don't know how, but it is what it is, I suppose. Oh dear, no. There we go. Alright. Contrary to last weekend, I will just be running the in-game graphics. As a test, and if performance is really good this week. If it's a bit too good, I will try a sim hub. If it's okay, then I'll stay at this. Anyways, I see a Red Bull pit crew taking blankets off a car there. There's a McLaren in the background also getting ready. Mercedes getting ready now. Raikko's Sar becomes the first car to go out of the pit lane. Obviously they're all gonna take it easy on this outlap. Well, wouldn't it be so much more amazing if we had name tags for the drivers on the map or something, but no. I'm gonna quickly make a note on my phone because I'm not using my phone right now. For all names. So yeah, while we let these cars do their first laps, just be chilling here for a second. tab out for a second. I need to check. Okay, I guess I need to completely tab out. Now, there we go, race. First lap, 128.6. Pim, 129.1. Bunch of people crossing the line. Nick Frustis in, goes down on 129.9. That's definitely a banker lap. Luke Turnissa, 128.666. Lepidatu Radu on 129.8. Yura Pavlikovsky to 128.9. Just noting to myself here. The names of the people who have usernames that are slightly off from their names. So that's a good view of it, and there we go, now I'm gonna put it here. Alright. Let's have a little look at Mr. Marcel van Laar. He makes his debut in the league today, and he's going back to the pits. I can only assume Dominic is also making his way back to the pits. Especially with an exit out of turn 8 like that. I'm not sure if that's my game or is the EBN logo like really low quality. Ah, EBN Sports went live. Amazing, Nino did wake up after all. I would love to see the conversation around that one. Late but live. Obviously, with everything we have, Lucas, who, well, that's actually one thing I need to mention as well. Lucas Derksen, he's not driving today. He is present and he is streaming, but he is on live support. He's said from himself, he's a bit ill today, so he won't be racing. And that's why he's not here. there's a very low chance we'll see anyone on any other tires than softs, and well, that's just short qualities for you. There is Nino. Luckily, with 15 people in the lobby, there's more than enough space for both broadcasters this time. Otherwise, normally there's obviously only one available spot, because we have Tig as the league owner and then one broadcaster. One time we made the whole system just in case. But luckily, there's not always 20 drivers, so it's more than fine enough. Anyways, lap started by Raiko Saar and Marcel van Laar. Now, both are relatively fast. Marcel van Laar's already shown his time trial times. He's faster than Lucas, apparently. But, as Raiko Saar himself says, that could just be because he's a time trial merchant. Oh, and he's gone round. Well, talk about being a time trial merchant. Throw it away. Obviously in time trial you can just restart your lap as many times as you want. Unfortunately, you have limited time here. Oh dear, why would you be revving like that? That logo on the inside there of turn 11 is really low quality, and there as well. Purple middle sector times 2. And because Raiko Saar has already done a lap before this, that's definitely like definite purple sectors and not just sectors that look purple but aren't. Nope, they are purple sectors very much as he comes across the line. And he goes faster, 128.389. And I think, yeah, Marcel spun again. Watch the tires now. Anyways, here's Milan Derksen and Pim Groenewegen. 129.3 becomes 128.7. Impressive lap from Milan Derksen here. Just gonna check what's going on here. Yeah. Another man who makes his debut here today, despite having been in this league for a while now, is Burak. Now, he's the only guy in the league who never gave us a first name. So we just call him Burak. That's it. Oh, Lucas is here. I suppose he hopped into a car halfway through. Yeah, he did, because there's 16 people now. And there's Joep van Leeuwen as well. Was Lucas here all the time? No, he surely wasn't. So Lucas has decided to try driving anyway. Let's watch Joshua Marshall, shall we? Meanwhile, Luke Teunissen's gone to a 128.483. So he's beaten Rijk's original lap. So both are very much improving. We're seeing a similar top start to develop now. Okay, now I think he's definitely on the lap now. So now he's already run out of ERS, he's definitely not on the lap. If he completes his lap, he's basically ruining it for himself. He's better off pitting now, but he doesn't. Yeah, well, it's not a fantastic lap if you can't get your ERS charged. Well, it's not a good day at the moment for the Alfa Romeo duo. There's another indicator, by the way, that Joep van Leeuwen joined the lobby a little later. He's still got Guan Yu Zhou's helmet. Speaking of which, let's check Lucas. Lucas seems to be using his own helmet, so he joined in beginning of the session, but I didn't see him. That's strange. Must have completely skipped over him mentally. One more corner to go for Joep van Leeuwen. He's run out of ERS. If he pits now, he could still do another lap, he chooses not to. He goes to 9th regardless of having ERS or not. Whoa! Two Aston Martins almost drive into each other. I think it was Rio trying to get as much slipstream as he possibly could from his teammate there before passing him. But that was right dangerous there. Now I'm not sure if what was shown there for the second sector was slower than his own personal best or compared to first place, because if that was compared to first place, that was an amazing second sector then. Here he comes, out across the line. Oh, he pits. Ryu, I don't think you have enough time to get back in and out quick enough for another lap. So you know Falke is coming in on that lap. Who's the next car? Pim Groenewegen. What can he do? Oh, he's on an out lap. No, never mind, it's a 129.1. That's an improvement and sees him up into 7th place. I don't know why the timer was completely crazy there. Oh, don't tell me that that's... Oh dear. Oh dear. It's not Marcel's day, is it? And I think we've just got Ryu coming out of the pits. He's absolutely rushing to try and get another lap done, but I don't think he's got enough. I don't think you can cut your way to saving 30 seconds off of an out lap. He's seen it. He knows he won't make it. Best he can do now is try to give his teammate Lucas Derksen some slipstream. But seriously, it was Lucas giving him slipstream then. People going all over the place. We've got... Is he waiting to finish the session, or what is he doing? Nick Frustersen, he's going to win that lap. People finishing now. It is last place then for Marcel van Laar. Bim up to 4th. Lepidato Radu, can he do it across the line? Nothing, unfortunately. Montanaro, he doesn't make it to start his lap. Milan Derksen makes the jump off the 4th. Joshua Marshall makes the jump off the 5th. Here's Raiko Sar, can he... he secures that pole position, 128.2, unless we get a big shocker here. The next card across the line is Luke Teunissen, but I don't think he's got that pace on his last lap to do it. The best you can do is try. Across the curb, out across the line. That's 128, 483 still. Lucas Derksen into the pits, he settles for 7th in qualifying. The absolute quality merchant here. Not doing as well as before. Nick Frusterson, he will be the final card across the line then. He's got them fresh tires, not run out of ERS yet. And he goes up to 7th. So yeah, that's it. That's qualifying over. So we wait for Dominic to get pulled back into his pit box because he refuses to retire from the session. But Raiko Sar on pole position. Big surprise? No. There's a grip for the race. Raiko Sar, Jure Palankowski, Luke Teunissen, Milan Derksen, Joshua Marshall, Pim Groenewegen, Nick Frusterson, Lucas Derksen, Joep van Leeuwen, Burak, Lepidato Radu, Roy Montanaro, Saïd El Valassi, Nikos Alfiades, Dominic Koegen, and Marcel van Laar. As far as I know, there shouldn't be any grid penalties. There are no grid penalties, just invalidated lap times and warnings. Let's get ready for some racing. Here, under the lights at Bahrain. Oh, welcome along to the Bahrain International Circuit then. This is currently one of, I think, only 2 or 3 tracks that we have already done 2 races on. No, that's not... yes, the only 3 tracks that will have their 3rd race in this league this season are Silverstone, Bahrain and Zandvoort. Now, Bahrain, lots of things happened. Last season it was a victory for Eli Hancock. No, yeah, Eli Hancock in his only 2 races before he retired from the league. The formation lap gets underway, and Tigges still hasn't fixed the light thingy there, as I can still see my own Team Casper Sunder logo. So yeah. Oh dear, ladies and gentlemen, it's happened again! It happened to me at Singapore, it's happened to Nino this time! Well, that's awkward. Predicted pit stop strategy, medium to hard, or soft, medium, medium. It is a risky strategy, but I think soft, medium does not seem like a viable strategy in a track like Bahrain. Oh. Well, Dominic Kuchen and Marcel Villar are gone. We've got the first cars now driving on to go onto their grid spot. Is that Raiko Sar just driving straight onto it? Yeah. Ah, and he's gone too far. One man who hasn't gone too far is Igor Palikowski. So we'll see people and we wait for Nino to pull up to their grid spot, I suppose. No, we don't have to wait for Nino, we have to wait for other people who are not there yet. Here we go. 5 red lights to the Bahrain race. And they're out. And revving. And we're on the way, and as expected I can already see a great start from Milan Derksen, who's starting on mediums. Raiko Sar has already dropped to 4th. Not the best of starts for him. Luke Teunissen and Igor Palikowski going at it instead, and there was almost contact there. We've had, I think, a bit of contact down the middle of the pack. It doesn't seem like anyone's really lost that much, and round goes Joshua Marshall, and he's lost his suspension. And that is probably going to be an instant safety car. He's out of the race. And with Nino retiring, surely there should be some form of safety car now. But it doesn't seem like we're getting it. Well, that's F122 for you, managing to clear 2 cars in 10 seconds. Oh, off the track goes Said Al-Falassi. So far so good for the middle of the pack. Oh, I forgot. But that's a radar gone off. I think people are struggling a little with the balance of the car right now. So not the dream start the Red Bull pair would have hoped for, because Luke Teunissen in the Mercedes leads. Raiko Sar has gone down to 4th. Milan Derksen trying on the outside. It's not going to work for now. A battle between Said Al-Falassi. No. Oh, Said Al-Falassi going past Marcel Villar. Now Lepidati-Rada's gone past him. Oh, and Said goes past the next car. Said? Oh, we're still in his, somewhat his territory, aren't we? We're still in the Middle East. Nah. It's very much show that this is his home turf. Rio Montano, straight on at turn 12. Oh, and was that someone spinning? Yes, that was Marcel Villar going round. Well, he's not having his day. One man who definitely seems fast is Rio Montano. He's catching, and he's going for the move on Lepidati Radu, but Radu uses a bit of energy going towards the first corner. They're side by side. He's got the inside line. That's not a big advantage going in here. But he's still got right behind him, and now with DRS he should be able to get past a lot easier. Well, not as much as we thought it was going to be, but he gets the exit and the 11th position. Igor Palikowski probably pressing on the DRS as hard as he can now, try and get close to Raiko Sar, but he's not. flag. Marcel van Laar's going round again. Well, maybe Rijk's time trial merchant prediction was correct, and Saidal Velasi's going round at 212. That's a big shame, because that throws away a 10th place for him. And luckily for Hubert Palakowski, he has DRS now. Oh, and Pim Groenewegen up into 5th past Nick Frusterson. No position just yet for Milan Derksen. He's looking at the back of the car, and well, this stage just goes from bad to worse, doesn't it? And now he's damaged his front wing. Well, that's unfortunately going nowhere. Not sure exactly what the thought behind that one was. Oi, that is not allowed. Someone tell him that that's not allowed. Meanwhile, we almost missed this overtake here. Milan Derksen on Hubert Palakowski. Switch back just in time to see that one happen. And he's up in the 2nd place, but can he defend? Was he behind at the DRS detection point? No, he wasn't. Will Hubert Palakowski go right back at him on the inside of turn 4? Yes, he will. Can he hang it out around the outside? Yes, he can hang it out around the outside. Can he hang it out around the outside again? Yes, can he sitting it on the inside now? Well, he's going to have to hang it out around the outside for the 3rd time now, and unfortunately, well, 3 times is too much. But he tries to go for a switchback and decides better of it. Well, I was kind of fearing we'd get a Marcel van Laar induced safety car, but luckily that's not happening. We've just got a bit more racing still. Luckily this is Bahrain, where crashing is a bit less prevalent than other tracks. Now obviously this battle has cost them a lot of time to Rijkassar, and basically anyone behind them. Pim Groenewegen had the fastest lap. There's 2 Williams, again on an interesting strategy. And they're very well cooperated though. Oh, here he comes. Milan Derksen with the DRS. It's more battery than Hubert Palakowski. Oh, and look at that. Being smart at the detection line. Staying ever so slightly behind so that he can be ahead coming out of turn 2. Well, maybe not. But have DRS when it comes to the DRS zone. And that was his advantage when Hubert Palakowski. But both seem to be pushing their batteries pretty hard right now. Stop I say, well, there is Marcel van Laar. He's already a lap down now. Oh, and Joep van Leeuwen past Burak. Seems like a fairly straightforward move. Down the inside of turn 4, but we've got Milan Derksen now past Hubert Palakowski, but can he pull away? This is what he's looking for. DRS off of a lapped car. That's going to help him. Well, that was a reset to track. Saidal Velasi dueling with Dominic Kuchen. Okay, Said, tell me, how the hell have you already run out of ERS? Well, Nonetheless, he still gets past, but look at that. Yeah, he is completely out of ERS. Qoute still at 60. Close enough for you, Pavlikos, to try something. How about Burak? Nope. Looks like Milan's got this one in the bag for now. Must have made a mistake there. He lost half a second to Saeed. A lot of close chasers here, but the interesting one for me is Burak chasing Joep van Leeuwen on a harder tyre compound. Oh, wow, that camera angle really makes it look like they're closer than they actually are, doesn't it? Still no big changes in the last few laps. More blue flags are being waved for Van Laar before he gets lapped by the whole field. Oh, they put a little race for a quality banner anyway on the track. There it is. Burak on the outside of Joep van Leeuwen. His advantage is that Joep van Leeuwen's already run out of ERS. He's still on the inside, don't touch now. Oh, we've got someone off. Lucas Derrickson's gone round out of turn 2. I caught that one in the background when we were watching the fight for what is now 7th place. And speaking of that fight for 7th place, it looks like Joep van Leeuwen has stayed ahead. We've thrown in a little Daytona 500 strategy here. I see. You can see he's clearly faster. You can see how fast he's driving now. Well, there are technically no rules that prevent you from... I mean, considering he's not holding anyone up because he's ghosting, there is technically no rule that disallows the well, being a lap down and giving your teammate DRS. I mean, we saw that one, as you said, virtual Daytona 500, a little bit of a cheating incident there where Williams esports team, what a disaster that the official F1 team's esports team resorts to tactics like these to get the win. First of all, breaking a rule. There you go, fastest lap. But if he is really this fast, then that's a massive advantage for Joep van Leeuwen, because that means that no matter what he does, Marcel will always be ahead of him. The only annoying thing I think for him here is that he will be blocked the whole time. Yeah, Milan Derksen not really gaining much time on Luc Teunissen here. I'd say that at this point he's kind of just more looking for a podium rather than a win. The battle we do see here is Pim Groenewegen, right on the back of Franco Saar here. He's tasting those points for the Williams team. You can almost feel the points. I don't think he'll be able to get close enough for an overtake. Having a look at Milan Derksen there. Just having a look, so we've got Red Bulls in a Williams sandwich. What a tasty combination, the Williams and Red Bull team. Nick Ferguson doing pretty well to hold up to the rest of the pack. He might even start catching the DRS soon if they stay in this DRS train for too long, which is definitely going to happen. Because in this game it is a lot harder to overtake in a car than it seems to be in real life. All of them just driving ever so slightly further over the curb than you would think you would normally drive. Slightly different line there for Raikkonen. Maybe hopefully there's a bit of communication going on within that Red Bull team to try and coordinate this. Obviously they can't just casually swap positions because that would put them very vulnerable to the Williams that's right behind them. And I think we've got Falke running out of ERS at this point. We've got a lot of missing ERS here. Falke up into second place again. But for how long? With Milan Derksen behind. It won't be this corner that he can overtake him. Whoa, I think there was a bit of contact there between Milan Derksen and Falke because he went big drift into turn 10. Slash out of it, and we've got lots of chaos behind them. Rijks having a look on Milan Derksen. Ken Groeneweg having a look on Rijks. Whoa, it's going everywhere. Raikkonen tries to make the dive. Can that catch Milan Derksen off guard? Well, not entirely. And more catches him off guard for Pim. Big daring moves here, so on board once again Raikkonen. Yeah, they've all run out of ERS here. Milan definitely hasn't, and neither has Falke. Any big moves here? No. He's almost going for it. Raikkonen, I think he's trying to scare Milan Derksen into making a mistake, but instead, oh, almost have a straight overtake from Pim there. He has to go off to prevent being hit, and we've got Lepidotto into the pits. What will he do? He's going on to Hearts, probably to the end then. Now takes the next car up to 8th place past Burak in the AlphaTauri. His next target, Joep van Leeuwen, who I fear may still be being helped by his teammate here. Yes, he is. But is it enough? No, it doesn't seem to be enough because William Montanel, as you can see there, very much pulling into his DRS, and fastest lap from Luc Teunissen on the hards. That is quite impressive. The only disadvantage Rio has here is that his teammate ahead always has DRS. I mean, not his teammate, sorry, the Alfa Romeo ahead always has DRS on his teammate. Well, maybe I shouldn't have said anything, because the moment that I see that happen, he doesn't have DRS anymore. Oh, someone's off. Someone's had an off. And it is Dominic Qoute, who's gone off down at Nikita Mazepin's favourite wall. Got the first penalty of the race as well by Marcel van Laar. Montano definitely catching, you can see here. Oh, and speaking of first penalty, we got another one. Lepidotto Radu picks up. Oh, excuse me. Picks up the first penalty. Well, yeah, Bahrain is a track where you don't really pick up penalties that quickly. This is going to be a big advantage for Rio Montano. The advantage that Marcel van Laar has in this game is that this is no into the pits for the Alfa Romeo. That seemed like a bit of an early breaking point, wasn't it, for you, Van Leeuwen? There we go, and he's no longer ghosting either. Milan Derksen onto the hards. There's the pit stop from Van Leeuwen, goes onto hards as well. A good pit stop overall for him. Into the pits as well is Nikos Alfiades. And Said Al-Falassi. Technically, oh, he comes out only just ahead, both on the hard tires. Technically, this is the point where if you're on hards, you can almost pit onto mediums and make that to the end. I remember someone in a channel saying that it was about 15 laps in and the mediums would be at 55. So that would mean at the end of this lap, pitting for mediums would make it that you can bring them to the end of the race with no big problems. Considering I had to go into the big problems zone in Mexico to get to the end, and unfortunately got the bad side of that. Let's see who in the front goes in the pits. No one. Oh yes, Michael Sar pits, and so does Pimpunaiha. Nice pit stop for him. There's pit stop there as well. More pit stops coming in. Aston Martin of Rio Montano. He's pitting. Now remember, where will he come out compared to Joep van Leeuwen? He's just coming around on the main straight right now, and look at that. Rio Montano is clean ahead of him. Oh, and yeah, well that's what you get when you're on cold tires at Bahrain turn 1. You tend to almost go straight on there. This is one for Raiko Sar to try and push as hard as he can to try and get past. Now we have a Williams driver swap here, I think. Bim on cold tires, I suppose. So we have Raiko Sar, Milan Derksen and Pim Groenewegen still very close to each other. Pim dropping out of DRS there. And almost going straight on again. You just see the effect of cold tires on a track like Bahrain is enormous. You are enormously slow on that first lap, especially through heavy braking zones, because on low speeds that braking just doesn't activate. Luke Teunissen in the pit lane. Juro Pawlikowski takes the lead. And so is Nick Frosterson, he's in the pits as well. How about Burak? He stays out. Burak will therefore inherit second place. And so does Lucas Derksen. Lucas Derksen will inherit third. For now. In. Oh, this is going to be side by side. They make contact. But Pim stays only just ahead. A lot of big time loss then for Pim. If he's going to be attacked by the McLaren that was about 2 seconds behind him all the time. Obviously Nick is going to have to try and get his tires up to temperature as fast as possible. Now the best way to do that is by going through these corners at almost full steering lock. And we have someone off again. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm going to start assuming that that's Dominic by default now. Oh dear! We've got a... well, I think a safety car, because we've just had a... oh. What the... what is going on? I was about to say, I got scared there for a second. A big off for Marcel van Laar. Now that looked very much like an on-purpose crash, and that could easily get you a big quality race ban. This is a big profit for all the people who haven't pitted yet. Same for Hubert Palakowski, who still ends up behind Hubert somehow. So here's your current order after pit stops. Luc Teunissen, Hubert Palakowski, Rico Saar, Milan Derksen, Pim Groenewegen, Nick Verstappen, Burak, Lucas Derksen, Rio Montano, Koep van Leeuwen, Lapadata Radu, Said Al-Falassi, Nikos Alfiades and Dominic Kuchen. Now, none of them are lapped, so that's good for them. So that's why we're seeing Dominic, for example, go in now. Oh, Lucas. Lucas is very well known so far for accidentally overtaking people behind the safety car and then having to give the place back, which causes confusion and chaos. Let's hope his teammate doesn't drive straight into him like what happened to Mark Webber. Now, interesting to see that Rio Montano's on hards. I'm gonna be honest, if I were him I'd pit for mediums now. You'll lose a few positions in the queue, but you won't be on the disadvantage having tire, but that's a risk you can take, I suppose, but whether it's the right risk for Rio, not sure. Here's the tire age. You see, most people on hards didn't actually pit again. That's going to be a discussion for the stewards later. Because that is definitely not something that you want to see. So, safety car in this lap. Luke Teunis, oh, we've got a bit of a temporary swap between the two Aston Martins. What will he do? Oh, he's backed them up again. The Mugello effect has happened, and the Mugello effect has left Luke Teunis in a bad spot, as well as the two Red Bulls compared to each other. Oh, and they're going at it. That might cost them a lot of time. And it hasn't cost them too much time, but running side by side like this for too long is not a good benefit to have either. They're going to want to get out this battle as soon as they can. Sar, oh, he's going to have to give that place up to his teammate then. Oh, he's not giving that one up. That was a dive bomb and a half. Unfortunately, leaves him very compromised on the exit. But into turn 10, he's got the inside line and the advantage. And we have another push from the Williams against the Red Bull. And this time Milan Derksen doesn't come off very well. He drops to 8th. I've got Pim also dropping the 5th with it. Because Derksen's starting to do his work of overtaking people now. He's alive as well. He's got Pim Groenewegen next. The best part of this league so far is we've had so many races, yet Lucas and Milan have never had to race each other on track, I'm pretty sure. That's because every time Lucas was right behind him, something would happen. Oh! Burak into the back of Lucas Derksen, almost sends Lucas round. And now we finally got, I was going to say we finally got a battle of the brothers, but a bit too far away for that. Burak drops to 10th, and it's more contact everywhere. This time it's Rio Montano who comes off worse. Their contacts are all over the place suddenly. There we go, more contact this time. Rio Montano does a little touch and go on Lepidatu Radu. Turn 10, and Said Al-Falassi profits and goes through as well. No DRS just yet. Raiko Sar's going to have to push if he wants to get close to Luke Teunis, but Luke Teunis seems absolutely on form today. Absolutely unstoppable. Look at that. Luke, well, Dominic Kuchen actually making up places. Wow. Could he still score top 10 despite how badly things have gone so far? There's Luke Teunis with your fastest lap already. DRS enabled. We've got a fight ahead. Burak tries to get past Lepidatu Radu. He's on the inside. Lepidatu Radu does miss his braking a little. He leaves it very late and a bit too late, and then unfortunately drops him. Burak has DRS on his teammate as well, which helps. All good right now, except Lepidatu Radu goes off. Dominic Kuchen, can he profit? He's just going to come out the corner. Not entirely. And unfortunately, he almost loses out to Nikos Alfiades as well! And he's gone round. Now, I'm not gonna point any fingers directly here, but I think that what happened was Nikos Alfiades on the outside of Dominic Kuchen, and then Dominic tried to go to the outside of the track on the exit, not fully knowing that Nikos was still alongside him, and that would have explained the weird opposite direction spin that he had just a moment ago there. Everything seems to have settled down a little now. 3 seconds for Saeed Al-Falassi for multiple warnings. I'm not sure where Falke got a penalty from. Now Dominic Qoute picks himself up a 3-second time penalty. Still no big battles here, but we've got an interesting one up here. Sector 2 yellow flag. Dominic. Well, when it goes bad, it goes bad. And this time it wasn't really, well, again, I'm not pointing fingers, but I'm just going to say it wasn't really his fault. You never know, it could be his fault though, but I'm not speculating. AlphaTauri absolutely doing their best this season to stay off of the bottom of the Constructors' Championship standings. Now, interestingly in this race what I'm seeing is no Ferrari drivers. You know, I only thought about it now, but Marian Zink and Rafael Spreng are both missing from this race. So I'm not sure what they're doing exactly. Meanwhile, Burak overtakes his teammate Saeed Al-Falassi. Pretty fair and controlled way. The battles at, it seems that Nick Frusterson is the closest car to their nearest competitor. And let's actually focus on now. Let's see a possible move here from him, as we see a possible move on the two Red Bulls as well. Nick Frusterson leaves his braking really late, a bit too late. And unfortunately it was too late. Raiko Sar meanwhile up to second place. But that battle isn't fully done yet. They're still not done. And now he's ahead. Nick Frusterson there, he left his braking really late. I don't think he should have left it that late. He would have been fine if he didn't. And that's now costing the ability to have been in front now. Obviously, it seems to be either a rookie curse or a rookie blessing in this league, because we've had Rafael Spreng win a race on debut, we've had Marian Zink winning a race on debut, but we've also had debuts such as Marcel Valar in this race, and, well, Nick Frusterson in Abu Dhabi, retiring from the race there as well. Second time penalty, another one for Falke for multiple warnings. I'm not sure where that one could have come from, because he went off at turn 13 it seems there. Doesn't look like any upcoming move now. These are the important stages though, because we've got big battles going on here, and they are all for those positions, and it's not going to have any more pit stops. There is not going to be another safety car, because that is too late by now for one to come out. So all fights we see here, It'll be hard. We're not gonna take it easy on each other anymore. Oh, I accidentally pressed my wheel and that changed the camera angle. Nick Frost is looking for a good first points result. It seems that European Lekowski's going to start dropping on Rakosar here, so let's watch this battle between Pim Groenewegen. So it's not been going very well for Pim so far, but getting a 4th place here would be pretty good for him. Now, let's check ERS levels for a second. Lucas, a lot more ERS than the 2 cars ahead of him. Red Bulls, they're not quite done battling yet, they've gone really close again. But yeah, if I were one of the 2 drivers communicating with each other, I'd let Rakosar be ahead of the 2. Because, well, he's at the top of the championship standings, he's going to want to score the most points here. Obviously, it is still very early in the championship, but hey, 2 points can decide a lot, and in this case, it's 3 points for 2nd and 3rd. There's 3 points difference between them. Well, 3 points could have made the difference for example, European Lekowski to win the championship, and Nick Frost almost gets past Pim Groenewegen. He's going to try and stay close as he can, and then try to get through on the straight. What can he do to the final corner? That eSports wide braking line. Take no curb on the exit to minimize exit speed loss. And surely we're not going to see a double overtake from Lucas Derksen here. Surely not. But surely we do! Lucas Derksen round the outside of both cars. Up into 4th place. What a move. Nick Frost is in. He's trying to hold on to that position. He's got the inside line to the next few corners, and that seemed to be the more beneficial line. I'll make sure to not touch each other too hard, guys. But Pim Groenewegen gets ahead. Surprising. Oh, there's just 3 laps to go now. It's all coming down to this. This is the fun part that we've been waiting for. Nick Frost is in. Well, he has a few more places to attempt an overtake. This is one of them, but it's better to stay behind and wait for that main straight to come, if you can stay close to your competitors. Remember this is why Nick is faster than Pim. There's a difference in tires, not really in tire age, but in tires. So let's go for the penalties and stay on that till the end of the race. 2 laps to go. Never say never. Still got any chance of anything happening. Nick Frost, for example, can make an absolute mad dive here. Exactly as I thought he was going to. He's going to put it on the inside, but Pim, again, superior traction, just more downforce maybe, and he just defends that one. Now if you're Nick, what do? You and your fellow racer, both out of ERS, finding each other over 5th place, what do you do if you're in their position? Rio Montano looking scrape some more points down from this race. He's obviously going to easily get ahead of Joep van Leeuwen with the penalties, if he doesn't get past them on track anyway. Must have been a mistake from Joep van Leeuwen, because that's not really in a common overtaking location. It's a thing to watch. He's dropping back a little on Pim here. It's not good for him. It's, we should be a little closer now. Fastest lap from Luke Teunissen as he goes into the final lap. Battle of the Red Bulls here, very important because they're definitely gonna clash coming into turn 1. Who's gonna go to the inside? Who's gonna go to the outside? Looks like Jure Pawlikowski is gonna be given the outside line by Rakosar, who manages to hold up the second place. But on the next straight, what's gonna happen here? Nothing happens at the back there as well at turn 1. Rakosar again defends that inside line. Hard racing, no team orders at Red Bull clearly. Oh, and they're going straight towards the wall! They've made contact on the exit of turn 4. Both of them managed to keep it going in a straight line. Jure Pawlikowski strips a few points away from Rakosar there for his championship lead. Well, not sure who's going to be talking to who about that one. Well, that's a bit controversial. Still got a chance from Rakosar to get past. Not really. Both have definitely run out of ERS now. Nick Frusterson also too far back to make a move, unfortunately. That seems to be it then. We take one last look at a possible battle. There's too big of a distance between Radu. This man though, absolutely brilliant start to take the lead into turn 1 and never looked back since. Luke Teunissen finally picks up that victory. He wins the race of Bahrain. Second then is Jure Pawlikowski ahead of championship leader Rakosar. Lucas Derksen with that brilliant double overtake in his current condition. 4th place. Pim Groenewegen takes up 5th. Nick Frusterson 6th and his first point score. Milan Derksen a bit of a disappointed 7th. Rio Montano takes home a strong 8th place to what I think is now still him in 6th place in the championship. Burak, Joep van Leeuwen, they take home the points. Said Al Falassi finishes only just outside the point, unfortunately. Now we have Lepedata Radu, and unfortunately our midfield merchant Dominic manages to do it again. So here we go. That was it for today. And what a race. What a first victory for Luke Teunissen here. Lucas Derksen driver of the day, rightly so. I think he would be voted driver of the day if the opportunity arose anyway. A thrilling conclusion to an already thrilling race, and that's the 3rd race in a row here as well that has had a rather thrilling conclusion. Hell, it might even be the 4th race in a row. There he is. Mercedes driver finally picks up his first victory in the Long Cup after finishing 3rd in Australia, 2nd in Singapore or something, I don't know. Yeah, 2nd in Singapore and multiple other high points positions that gave him that 2nd place in the championship up until now, but he finally picks up that first victory. Luke Teunissen, bigger title challenger than Lucas Derksen at the moment then. Spray the good stuff. We've got a familiar podium car combination showing that, well, the better drivers do somewhat get guaranteed a higher seat. So I just wait for just a minute that we can hopefully get the results screen without it jumping straight to the lobby. That would be nice. Though I think it doesn't let me if I don't skip the podium cutscene. And it does. Nice. Oh, never mind, it doesn't. That's a shame. Well, all that we know is that we know the finishing order. We know Luke Teunissen took home full points. The win and the fastest lap. Worth a full 26 point whammy. So, with that, we're going to have to move on to the post-race show with yours truly, the English commentator, and we'll be merging once again our streams together with our German commentator, Daniel Tomic. let's switch now and do a bit of discussing about this one, and maybe some driver interviews. Here we go. Okay, Daniel's currently still muted. I have to wait for them to,
Hello.
Hello. So I guess if Daniel doesn't,
The
undeafen yet, then we can get, Tegas in here right now.
little fucker from the neighborhood is here.
So yeah, Nino pulls a Sandor again, yeah. Well, it happened to me before, now it's happened to Nino as well.
An 8-minute break. Shit.
Well, that's a bit of comedy. It's not the first time that a commentator accidentally gets put into
Yeah.
a car.
The enter key.
It's funny how it happened twice. Anyways, we're going to have a bit of a interesting investigation here. So obviously, Tegas, there we go. Stewart's investigations indeed for 2 drivers for having telemetry on private. But I think the biggest investigation we're gonna have to dig into here is well, I guess it's pretty obvious. Van Laar's relatively on purpose crash at turn 9. Because I didn't see it firsthand, but I saw on the map how he went straight on into the wall.
Somewhere, I'm unsure where, but Marcel said his wheel is broken and disconnected mid-turn.
Okay, that would also make sense.
And it was just the timing
Okay, let's see.
that helped. No, not really helped, but seemingly helped Hubert.
We've got an average penalty report.
I mean,
Oh my god, can Saeed please put his report in the thread before like just making an empty thread that just says something random like hi.
yeah, it would be cool.
It would be cool if he could like put his actual report in there instead of, oh hi, I'm just making this thread so that later I can put my report in there.
Oh, you've got 3 seconds for 1 warning. No, for 2 warnings. Nice one. Game.
Then I will go to unmute them. So I'm sorry, guys, I'm a bit late to the party.
Is your stream over now?
No. I go to an break of 8 minutes or so. That was a bit too much. Yeah, now being there. Hi.
So yeah, a lot of stuff to unpack. A bit of controversy as well there between the 2 Red Bull teammates dragging each other towards the wall on the exit of turn 4. That was
definitely.
That was a moment.
It was definitely something we have to discuss at least.
Now, as far as I know, I mean, usually Raikosar was usually there for interviews, but he's left already, so I don't think Raikosar says he had a good start. Well,
Who's there of the day? What do you think?
So
well, the game said Lucas, and I think a lot of people are going to agree. Especially with the move around the outside of 2 cars at turn 1 was pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely it was.
And luckily I caught that move in its full glory this time. So we've had
this time we all agree with the game, I would say.
In the past we've had too many cases of really good overtakes being going uncaught. Okay. Okay, now Saeed is just gonna have to start actually putting his report into the thing, because now there's SBA versus game that just says hi, and now there's SBA versus warning that just says E.
So, I think the most interesting thing was the race for P2, actually at the end with Raikkonen and Hubert Pawlikowski, where they overtook literally on the
E.
you know what I mean, not on the racetrack. They not overtook on the racetrack. Hubert not overtook on the racetrack. But beside, I think it's one of the bizarrest thing it's a very bizarre thing I saw there.
Yeah,
I thought he was pushed out.
It was a very bizarre moment. I felt in the moment itself, I got almost scared as I thought they were going to go straight towards the wall, both of them. But luckily, they managed to. It was kind of more of an awkward moment because they both just kind of diagonally moved towards the wall without really slamming into it or going towards it at speed. They just kind of both slowed down while slowly closing in on the wall. Luckily, it all came out fine. They're still second and third, but unfortunately, I don't think it's in the order that they want to have finished in. Or at least, I think Raikkonen wouldn't have agreed with that one. I mean, sure, race 5 is a bit too early to call team orders due to championship standings and stuff, but if they want to race...
Yeah, but it could have a huge impact on the board, of course.
Let's see.
So, I guess there will be some
Hanks is
talks
reporting his
on
teammates.
over...
Who? No
who
way.
reports whom?
Raikkonen is reporting his teammate for the overtake off track.
So I think there's something in the Red Bull team going on.
This is a tough one to judge because, I mean, yeah, it was that Raikkonen made his line very clear where he was going and stuff, but the overtaking off the track part is not true because both cars were off the track, and in that case it doesn't count. But we're definitely going to have to look at... Yeah, it's...
But I guess it would have...
This is kind of a miscommunication moment.
And I don't think it's a miscommunication moment. It's more like...
Okay, now...
I guess it would be more of a problem in the whole season, because if a team is not working well together, the ways of winning the actual race when it depends on would be very small.
Yeah, so... What is?
We should look...
What's
we should take a look... What?
Okay,
Yeah,
looking at Raikko's POV, I'm going to have to say it doesn't look like Hubert was alongside enough to guarantee space. Because it seems that as soon as they kind of get to the apex, they're still side by side, but as soon as Raikkonen gets on the accelerator, he's got a significant overlap in front of you.
But I think still, but to say something, I think Burak will be still very furious because of his race, because he was very good with the race, obviously. But I think for him it would be like a bit of a problem because he will drop many places. I don't think he's in last place at the moment, but he will definitely get a drop of 3 seconds of this 3 seconds penalty, plus the penalty gave him from the race director.
Yeah.
So,
oh, hold on. I see an interview waiting room *2, so we can get one of them in here in a moment.
So then let's go with Ryu. I would suggest. Or
we've already got one in here anyway.
Yeah, but you're a bit too late with that.
Okay. I will translate it as
Why
much
is
as
everyone
I can.
suddenly jumping into the interview waiting room? What is going on? Anyways, we start with Luke. Well, finally got that W, huh?
Yeah, finally.
It was took long
Took a
enough,
bit.
and luckily you're consistent enough to not be like this win was necessary. It was good to
No.
have for sure.
It's definitely nice Raphael wasn't there either.
That definitely helps in the championship
Yeah, like
challenge
we
as
had
well.
a 1 point gap, but now it's I think 27.
Standings after Abu Dhabi. Okay, you were 12 points behind Raiko Sar coming into this race, which means you are now only 2 points behind them.
Right.
No,
You
one.
are
One.
1 point. Yeah,
He got
1 point.
damn.
he got fast lap.
90 points Rakes, 1 point Luke. But it could change because of the potential
And
penalty.
obviously, so you were 1 point ahead of Rafael going into this race, so that's now 27.
Yeah.
Hubert is coming and putting his POV. Interview. Do interview.
Just we can judge that one in a moment. So, well, I mean, I don't exactly know anything specific we need to talk about here. It was just good to see you winning. Obviously, there was not really
Yeah.
much that happened in your race. You just kind of took the lead near the start and then never really looked back that much.
Yeah, I'm just happy the Red Bulls were a bit stupid at the safety car restart.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you could
Like,
also
they could have easily had a 1-2 there if they just stuck behind me, made me use my ERS while I had to defend, and then just passed both of them.
the
But they had to
restarts,
fight.
you know, that was also a moment you seemed to kind of go and then suddenly slow
Yeah,
down, wasn't
no,
it?
the game decided to give me a throttle limiter in 5th gear while accelerating.
Oh yeah, that's always fun when that happens.
Like, I timed it, like the safety car would have been over the line when I passed it, but the game didn't agree, so...
Okay, that's great, I suppose. Well, I guess that can happen sometimes. I guess Tigis is talking to Lucas, so yeah, okay, well, thanks. Enjoy your almost championship lead, and let's
Yeah.
see what the future brings.
Thank you.
Now we're gonna get the next one in here. Who should we do? Okay, Ryu was in here first, so let's do him.
So,
Okay, there we go. Since Ryu was waiting here first, let's put him in here anyway.
yeah.
Well, Ryu, that was another decent race. Obviously, it was a bit of an unlucky moment where you got pushed almost round and you lost a few positions, but you came back and scored some points, so that's always good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Just being consistent and just finishing the points is what I'm kind of after right now. It's kind of like not really aiming for the podium right now anymore, because, I mean, I'm not quite there yet. I've been practicing to just get better as a driver right now, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, improvement comes with time, and that'll slowly make its way there. So, yeah, obviously, I mean, the podium is always some sort of target, but it's better to set yourself up for a lower position than be surprised by a podium than to think
Yeah.
you can win and then be nowhere near it.
Because then, like, if you just set those goals, your morale will be, like
Obviously,
down,
indeed,
like,
it's
so
about
much, so...
setting lower goals obviously helps. But yeah, I mean, obviously not much to talk about apart from that little incident you had somewhere. I don't recall exactly when it was, but it was that little moment where someone hit the back of your car and you lost a few positions. That's happened to a lot of people in this race, surprisingly.
Yeah.
More people than I think I can count at the moment had someone drive into the back of them. But I mean, I know that happened a lot last season as well. Or, I mean, I don't exactly know, but in one of my races in Bahrain, I got hit in the back as well, and that cost me a podium. So it happens very often.
Yeah, I mean...
But yeah, okay.
At least I was able to make the positions back, so
Exactly,
just
you were
happy
able
about
to
that.
take them back. You looked very fast, especially in the first part of the race. You could definitely notice you were getting closer to a bunch of cars in front. You're just kind of chipping away at the positions there, and well, yeah. Well, let's see how we can do that next race, huh? And
Yep.
which
2 weeks from now.
Oh yeah, of course. We have that little 2-week break now, of course.
Yeah.
And then we got Baku coming up. That's gonna be interesting to see. Obviously, especially in this game, you profit most off of straight line speed, being the thing that helps you get past, rather than just outsmarting people. Unfortunately, slipstream isn't
Yeah.
that fantastic in this game. It's a bit crap, actually. But yeah, there's not much you can do about it, but try. So yeah, okay, thank you. Have
Bye
fun.
bye. Yeah, well.
So I would guess we take Lucas next, right?
Yes. Okay,
Me.
we're gonna take Lucas next here.
Well,
We just kind of pulled him in here in the middle of his conversation. Well, that.
I was talking about my history lesson just died.
Ah, yes, it just
So
died.
I only
got
have
here.
one lesson tomorrow. So...
That's nice.
Yeah,
Anyways, well, that was mildly unexpected 4th place, even if the overtake was fairly straightforward at the end.
It was actually a great overtake.
Yeah, I mean, luckily I caught that one on the stream.
Oh,
when
you
it
did?
happened.
Yes, amazing.
So we can definitely make a good use of that one. And yeah, well, P4, despite the state you're technically in, I don't think it
P4
would have
was on
affected
live
you that much. But yeah, it's always great to.
I think if I wasn't sick, I would have at least got a podium. Because I would have done race practice and shit. And my first lap of the day was actually my first qualifying lap. Which was, of course, far from ideal.
My Racing League tools hasn't updated in a while, I see, because not the frickin' Abu Dhabi results aren't even in there yet.
Oh, wait, did you use the FX stream or?
No, I was using my own stream and I was just not using any graphics because screw that right now. It seemed to work a lot better.
Oh, I got tagged around by Burok.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. It's a good hit.
Me.
But as I already said, it happened to so many more people than I can count in this race that they got hit up the back.
Yeah, Milan also got hit on the back by
There we
Pim.
go. There's the championship standings right now. Lucas is actually 4th in the standings already.
I already was 4th. After the previous race, also was 4th.
Yeah, I think you
But I'm
were.
like closer to Rafael now because he didn't drive this week.
Yeah, and we have a 1-point battle at the top. Rakes versus Luke at the top, 1-point difference. It's an interesting
difference.
championship battle. Wasn't expecting Luke to be that competitive this season, but yeah, well, this race showed pace.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck would he do? He did like go at the game.
he did something to the game that made it faster. Anyways, yeah, well, hope next race goes even better. Obviously, you'd want to.
Yeah, it can't go any worse because I was like live support moment.
Exactly. I mean, 35 points is very much a gap that you can make up, considering that Luke had to come back from a near 20-point gap in these previous 1 or 2 races. So yeah, well, let's see what we can do.
Yes.
Okay, no, I'll bring the next one. You can go talk to Luke again. Okay, we get the last one in here. And that is Hubert. Now, obviously, we can't get an interview with Raiko right now. I guess he doesn't want to, but obviously, if we have the other Red Bull, then well, we've got something to unpack here. No team orders, I suppose, in the team. Then it seemed.
No.
It was very. Well, I would say dysregulated, but it seemed fairly straightforward for most of the time battling, and I guess you two battling coming out of the safety car restart was more. I think I would more blame Luke for that one, but at the same time, that wasn't fully his fault. As he said, he tried to time his safety car restart as well as possible, that he would pass the safety car as soon as he got to the start-finish line, but the game decided to give him a throttle limiter in 5th gear. And, well, that put you two very close to each other, overtaking each other into turn 1, and yeah, well, I guess that cost you some time to him. And, yeah, well, obviously, the biggest moment was both of you kind of dragging towards the wall, and then somehow getting out of it without hitting it.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't know what your opinion on that is.
Well, again, as I said with Tigis, in the heat of the moment, it was more like, you know, he didn't leave me enough space. Then watching the replay, I would be leaning more towards that we were both kind of what's the word? We are both at fault, basically, a little bit. He could have gone a little to the right. I could have maybe turned less, but then again, I would have probably gone wide then. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
It just looked like it was a bit of a, I would say, miscommunication moment. Obviously, it's not like any of you two did it on purpose. It was just in the heat of the moment, especially coming into like the last 2 laps or so. You're trying everything to get those positions.
yes, exactly. Well, I'll just wait for the steward's opinion
Yeah,
on
exactly.
this.
Obviously, we'll get the steward's opinion, and then, well, obviously, let's see, where are you? You are 5th in the championship. That is still very, that's still very good for now. It obviously proves a lot of possibilities for now.
Mhm.
You're actually the highest driver in the championship at the moment to have not won anything this season yet.
Yep, unfortunately.
But yeah,
Uh,
obviously, I mean that happened to me. I only got that first win at Baku, and hey, guess which track is next?
Baku,
So well, we'll
but
have to
that's
see.
in
Maybe you can get that win at some there. We won't know.
hopefully.
I mean,
That's in 2 weeks, right?
yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
thankfully. I won't be there next week. I'm going skiing.
Oh,
So
that's always nice. So yeah,
yeah,
you got a bit lucky there that you're there next week, and instead we got this weird race event together with another league that
yeah,
moves.
that was really lucky.
Saeed wasn't very happy about that one, as Baku would no longer be on his birthday.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Now, well, hope from here on all races bring a lot more points. Of you can mount that title challenge as much as you did in previous season.
Hopefully.
I'll put you
Thank you.
back with Luca, with the two
All
Lukes.
right.
All right, enjoy.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, the two Lukes. Yes. Yeah. Let's.
With the two Lukes.
Luke and Lucas. Okay. Let's. Where are the AZcom interview?
And we'll go back to the after race discussion. So yeah, we're literally having some. Did we have something to talk about?
No, not
Or
really. I'm
are we done
obviously
with
gonna
it?
do a little bit of a text interview with Saeed at the moment. Obviously, he wanted that one, but I can only focus really on one interview at the same time. So, but yeah, interesting to see the championship standings. Marian Zink still 6th in the championship, despite only having taken part in 2 races so far. Luke Teunissen still has his highest quali result is still only 3rd. And that is because the 5 poles of this season so far, we've had 1 for Lucas, 2 for Rafael, and 2 for Raiko Sar, and that's all the poles we've had so far. Funny enough, that the fastest laps of these first 5 races are also only shared by the top 3, as well as that the top 3 has also already been on all 3 steps of the podium, with each obviously picking up a win. Each picking up a 2nd place, with Raiko Sar picking up 2 2nd places, and 3rd places with Luke having 3 3rd places and 1 3rd place for the other 2. So that's interesting. Yeah, a bit of a shame, obviously, that Milan Derksen's highest finish remains at 2 times 5th place, when it could have been 4th place this race very easily. Unfortunately, it was a bit of a bin moment.
Why to blame him for that? So
he was not to blame for that. He got hit from behind by someone, and well, he tried to recover it. It's kind of funny how Lucas spins once he gets hit from behind, yet finishes higher than Milan, who got only hit once a little. But yeah, we had a lot of people going all over the place, and what was especially obvious in this race was how people struggled with the tires when they were just coming out of the pit lane, because, man,
I think
they were all over the track. There was also this one moment, I forgot exactly who it was, where two drivers were going side by side, where one had just come out of the pit lane and one went very deep.
But I think the biggest problem is that you can't take something with a car being with a setup being set to curves. So you have more. Sorry, you have to look more for a speedy setup instead for a setup which is more for speed up curves. So I think Mercedes has in Bahrain, I think one of the biggest impacts. Of course, Red Bull is not to underrate for that, but we saw definitely that Rafael had the best car in the race for Bahrain. But do we have to say anything?
No, not really. Okay, let's see.
So,
Hubert should have backed off as wasn't his line at the same time. I should have left Hubert a bit more space. This is no, I haven't. I'm not gonna compromise my line even more. I actually hold on. Let me quickly watch Hubert's POV here. Around the outside.
anyway, I would recommend to go off air or.
Oh yeah. Oof.
So,
Personally,
that was all.
I would put a little bit of blame on Hubert. I'm not sure because I don't think Hubert was. Hold on, let me pitch my opinion there again.
Can you show the clip on the stream, maybe? Because if yes, I would grab the stream literally.
Okay, give me a second. I will.
So give me a second. I will have to just create a browser source. Obviously, having the YouTube stream on it. I will definitely turn off the audio from that clip because we not need that because it would sound echoey.
So I'll just put it on loop here for a second, and I'll put it if it's
Second.
oh oops,
Wait a second.
I got the wrong transition, fellas. So while we talk here again, we'll see in the background the incident happening. I'll do that a few more times with other incidents. Well, yeah.
So I switch in.
You can see as soon as they make contact, it's basically if this contact would have happened in real life, Raikko's Sar would have definitely had a puncture because that was some real pushing into his front wing. I mean, yeah, this kind of stuff happens sometimes, but in my opinion, Hubert was not far enough alongside.
I think you can turn off your thing there when you be so kind.
What
maybe.
Thing? Turn off what?
The graphics for Discord because you can't see anything.
Oh, you can definitely see.
So we're seeing this incident. So I think so that we can, or is that mine? No, it's not mine. So I want to show the incident once.
So
that we can talk about that.
That's for sure one moment to be talked about. Let's see if we can find interesting other.
I think the problem is that Hubert gone too far to the right when I see that right.
Luke goes again. Please be the reasonable steward. Tigges and Seed are going at it again. I think both are swap positions since Hubert over to Rex off track. Like Hubert might have been pushed off track by Rex, but maybe Rex has done get a penalty for that. But technically, I think he didn't do wrong.
I technically would say that is not pushed off the track. Still. But that's my personal opinion, so no guarantee for correctness, obviously. But let's look at this clip one last time before I will turn it off. We see that Raikko's are getting the curve very smoothly, and maybe that I don't know really if he's going, if he saw Hubert or not. That's definitely something we can only see on his POV. Do you have his POV at the moment or not?
Yes, looking at that POV as well.
So if yes, we can put that on maybe, because that would show, because you see that he is, I think you see that problem on the POV. He turned the, so what we can see definitely is that Raikko Sar wants to drive to the left, so not being pushed, and Hubert is going far too wide, I would guess, when you look on the clip. Or what would you say, Sandor? What would you say?
Right, now
Because
goes to be
I
playing it
think
faster. But yeah, it's anyway. So we quickly return to the interview with Said for a second. Indeed, as I said, I said just at a point out of the few right now, it's just disappointing because I was P9 and dropped to last, and now I'm close to the points. And right now I'm peeling for a penalty removal since I was squeezed off. So obviously, if that happens, they can get at least 1 point for efforts anyway. So, yeah, okay, fair enough. How about you feel about the next race, apart from the fact that it's no longer on your birthday? So he says, yeah, happy birthday to myself in advance, but I don't see that's a big deal. That's moved back by a week. At least I got to spend time with my family on my birthday.
so. I guess that on this incident, we can say that is definitely not a huge deal, because I guess it is kind of Raikko going far too maybe taking the curve far too long. We can't say that at the end if that's the reason or not, for obviously, because we don't know what exactly happens. But when we look again on this POV, we can see that it's definitely going to be some discussion, because we see that Raikko wants to go to the left. I guess it's a race incident. You will see.
I mean, in my
Anyway,
opinion, I think it's extra. It just adds a little extra comedic value to the incident that despite what it looks like, they were kind of just driving into each other, except they both managed to somehow go in the same direction despite all of that. It was kind of funny to watch, but I'm going to be completely honest. From my point of view, Hubert did, yeah, it was front wing to rear wheel, and in my opinion, I've read a lot of arguments on the internet about how space should be given, and a lot of the time, a lot of people say that space is only really warranted if you're front wheel next to front wheel or past it. And that's not what happened in this case.
I think we can go back to from the clip to our discussion podium and close down this stream.
So
or
yeah, that's
is there something we have to discuss?
Stream, but I think we're just gonna wait for a few seconds because Said is still typing the interview, and then when he answers that one, we'll
well,
end the stream.
Sorry.
So I was gonna say family comes first in this case, but what do you think
just
of your
forgot
chances
that we have the
that?
interview, so I'll have literally to stop
There's someone coming in the room
at
in a
7.
few seconds. I can hear it coming.
Who will come into the room? Who will come into the room? So, yeah. Sorry. I just forgot. So, we're on with the after race talk or post race discussion. however you want to call that, and waiting for the interview with Said Al-Falazi to be done before going off air. Yeah. And what's remaining to say for the next race in Baku in 2 weeks? So I guess for me, until Sano's back, I can only say my personal opinion. I think it would be very interesting how Red Bull will turn out to be, if this incident will be resolved in a problem or not. And secondly, what's happening now to... Yeah.
So yeah, Baku,
If there is
obviously.
an incident.
Baku
And in
last
Baku,
season, well, obviously, it was my first win there last season, and it's a lot of chaos. We didn't really have a lot of people driving there last season, but I think not a lot of the drivers finished the race. I think it was only like 5 finishes or some stuff. Anyways,
it would be interesting to see.
let's see what Said says here. I need to drive smoothly, but in my other league I crashed because my setup was incorrect, and now that I revert my setup, I'm good to go as long as I keep it out of walls, and people will crash too, so I expect myself to do good. Now, let me actually hit him with a little extra note that I want to ask him about. Obviously, his race last year was ended by another driver basically sending him straight to Narnia.
So, is that for the interview? Because remember, I have to go offline very soon. Well, at least we have just filled half an hour of after race talk. That's interesting, pretty much, because there's many things to discuss, many things that will be discussed and obviously investigated from this today. Now, we only know that we have the information.
So yeah,
I don't know if the actual stats are in. So we know that there will be some time penalties. For example, for Burak, who got fined with a 6-second penalty in general, 3 seconds by game, and 3 seconds by
I think the game again, but I'm not
yeah.
really sure. Okay, let's see here. So
And Frosterson
fully live
and Nick
results
Frosterson being
seen here
also
that I'm checking.
penalized.
Stewart issued penalty removal -3 for Joep van Leeuwen. So unfortunately, Said's chances of getting P10 are even lower. He'd need to have 2 3-second penalties removed for that. Funny enough, if Said gets 6 seconds removed in total from his time, for whatever reason, or even 5 seconds, he would actually jump up to 9th and not 10th.
Yeah, but
So,
on this point, I would literally end the stream. I don't know if you think about that.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. So I'm checking here. Yes, Joep van Leeuwen is actually 9th, not 10th, after that 3-second time penalty removal. So yeah, that's a little position change. For the rest, it doesn't seem like the positions are going to change.
We don't know when because there are already investigations on the way, I guess, but that's something we can discuss maybe next week in a little stream special, or in the next league race at Baku, which is not on upcoming Sunday. For your information, we already talked about that. The next race is not at upcoming Sunday, which is the 12th. It's
that is indeed something we need to inform you of. There's been a little bit of a calendar change. Obviously, most of you might have already seen that. Baku and all races past have been moved back 1 week, because next week we will be holding a little special event together with with another racing league, a little versus race. I might even be participating myself. I mean, will be funny that way anyway. Just depends.
Maybe I will
they
do
w-
commentary.
said we're gonna probably send some people there. We'll have to see myself. Further.
Either we will do commentary or we will
Further
be not live to.
That's
I
not
don't know.
all. There appears to be a 2-week gap between Mexico and Brazil as well. I am not
So-
fully sure what that 2-week gap was for, but I think that was.
I think
Let
it's
me-
because
hold
of
on,
the
let me
race
check.
final, could be.
Oh yeah, all races from round 12, so all races from Zandvoort and onwards have also been moved 1 week back to make way for another special race, and round 16 has been moved back at Brazil to line up with the 1-year anniversary of the league, which, yeah, that is correct, because it was the 14th of May, or somewhere around that we had our first Lom Cup race at Silverstone. That race where
So
I
at the
finished,
moment,
like, that race where I qualified 14th, then went up to 5th, then dropped down to, like, outside of the top 10, and then managed to get back up to 6th or something. It was a chaotic first race, but I never figured I would actually end up being here having won the championship after all. But yeah, that's cool, I guess. But yeah, that's
what I
gonna
can
be it
do
for this
literally.
stream.
Wait a second. I can obviously do in the graphics in, because it's a link from Discord I can put in, obviously, so that will be the race calendar for upcoming season, for the upcoming races. Here on my stream, I will bring them in very
Alright, anyways, let's
fast. So afterwards we will end the stream, obviously.
ladies
So,
and gentlemen, I'm going to end the stream here. This was a fun time. We had a good racing today. It was a bit of a slow burner, but just like in the previous 3 or so races, it all came together in the last few laps with absolute chaos hitting the whole grid. It was fun. It was wild.
whoopsie.
We've seen a lot of stuff, and we have a 1-point battle for the championship lead going into the next race. This is AZcom Live.
Anyway,
thank you for watching the race of Bahrain here, Season 2, Round 5 of the Lom1138 Cup, and we'll see you at Round 6 in 2 weeks at the Baku City Circuit. Goodbye.
goodbye.